Hello, welcome to the video. Appreciate you for clicking this and or stumbling upon it or watching it, however it's on your screen. Appreciate you being here. The premise of this video is pretty much best truck and car combinations. So what that means is essentially this right here. So if you driving down the street and you see a truck, you see it's towing a car in the flatbed, basically the premise is what would be the best combination of truck and car in the flatbed. Pretty simple. We're gonna get right into it. So this is an example for y'all that might be a little bit slow. This is an example. So first you see this Hyundai little pickup truck, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what it's called because nobody really cares particularly about this truck. But you see this truck, you see the Elantra type N. If you imagine that truck towing this car, you see it in the street, be like, wow, that's cool. You see they in the Hyundai family, they got nice little cars, boom, boom. That's pretty much it. Now we're gonna see which ones are the coolest in that situation. So first, we're gonna start with Dodge. If you start with Dodge, you know you're gonna have the TRX from the jump. If you got the cool truck, you're gonna have a TRX. And it's Dodge, it's gonna be a TRX, obviously. And what's also obvious, if you got the TRX, you're probably gonna have a Hellcat with it. So that was like a give me. So like, that was obvious. So we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna get a little different with this one. We got the Dodge Caravan. Now you might be thinking like, what the fuck? How we go from TRX to Caravan? But we're gonna have something good to go with the Caravan. So you might not see it coming, but we're gonna come with the Caravan, and then we'll go good with that. A 69 Charger. Specifically, I got the Daytona. And I was like, I like that because I like that juxtaposition, you know, the dichotomy between the Caravan that is, you know, nobody gives a fuck about a Caravan you see on the street. It's not fast. But then whoever's driving, it's like they got like two lives, you know. They got the Need for Speed, but then they got the Caravan. But I was like, what might juxtapose the Caravan just a little more would be a 69 Charger with like a fat ass supercharger on it with the carburetor sticking out, type shit like that. That's even more of a juxtaposition, I feel like. That's like two completely different people that you would think would drive these two cars. So I thought that one was pretty decent. Next, I'm gonna flip it. We're gonna start with the car this time. So now we got the General Lee. Now the General Lee, you might be like, okay, we're gonna go good with the General Lee. I feel like it's only one option of what you can do with the General Lee, and that's you can need like an old ass Dodge truck. I don't know. I just looked up old Dodge truck and I found one I like. But the premise of this is both of them gotta be like beat the hell up, because then it's really like they really Dukes of Hazzard with it. Like they really driving the wheels off of this Charger. And they driving the wheels off the truck too, because they really they Dukes of Hazzard in the whole thing. So if I see that in real life, I'm like, okay, they real life Dukes of Hazzard, because they really using that motherfucker like it's supposed to be used. So I thought that would be pretty decent. We're gonna keep pushing. Now we're gonna start off with, it's a squirrel on my window. We're gonna start off with the Magnum. And I was like, the Magnum is pretty cool. Obviously it's not a truck, but who gives a fuck? We're gonna start with that, but it's 2026. So we're going to get rid of the Magnum. We're going to swap it with a Hellcat conversion to a Magnum, which is even better. So now we're getting a little tricky. So we're going to start with the conversion Hellcat Magnum. And this one I think might be the best. I'll give you a second to, what's going to go with the Magnum conversion. You're taking it to the track, and it's Dodge. You're gonna bring the ACR Viper on the back of the conversion Dodge Hellcat Magnum. This is one of the ones, cause like you got the Need for Speed on the streets and on the track. You got one of the best track cars you can get, and you still stand in that Dodge family. I think this is a nice one right here. We're gonna keep pushing out. Next we got Lamborghini. So we got the Sterrato. So I think that's a nice little Lamborghini to start with. You might be thinking, okay, I know we'll go with the Sterrato, the Lamborghini truck. You know, we're gonna go with yours, obviously. But that's some plain shit. You might be dumb to assume that. So we're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna swap it with this, the MC, whatever the fuck it's called, the old Lamborghini truck. And I think this one is particularly decent because you got whoever has this combination is dedicated to two things. One being Lamborghini, and one being taking a Lamborghinis off road. And I think that's a cool combination of person, because they dedicated to those two things, and they dedicated to them heavily. So I think this one's pretty good. But for y'all that want to see the years, we got a years combination. So you take the years, and I think it's one particular Lamborghini to go good with this. That's gonna be the Countach, because a lot of people with these years, they probably not really into car culture. You know, they just obviously got some money, and I'm gonna go give me a years, impress the ladies, impress whoever. But you got the years, so you got money, you decent, okay, you got the years. But you got the Countach in the back, so now I know that you also a man or a woman of culture. Cause I see you got the Lambo, but you also got the classic Lambo. So I see you know something about something. You know, I can't afford nothing, but I know you can afford it, and you got great taste. So I think that'd be a decent combo, especially they both white like that. I think that'd be decent. Moving right along, we can go to Tesla. Nah, forgive me for putting the Tesla on here. I know it's fuck Elon, fuck Trump, and fuck ICE, and fuck you if you fuck with them. But I had a good Tesla combination I had to put on here. So we gonna start off with the Cybertruck. I know you might be like, oh, fuck Cybertruck. But I know good and well when you see a Cybertruck in the street, you probably be like, oh, damn, there go a Cybertruck right there. Unless you live somewhere where you're seeing them all the time. But whenever I see one, I'll be like, oh, there go a Cybertruck. So you start with the Cybertruck. And then there's only one good answer for this. And that's going to be the Tesla Roadster that has never come out. But just imagine that you see it. That's going to make it even crazier. And if you see this combination with the Cybertruck and the unreleased Roadster, you might fuck around and think that's Elon driving there. And you might, that made me feel away, but I think that's going to be a cool combination, but we're going to keep on, get out of there. Next, we're going to go into Chevy. So the Chevy one is, I feel like, the most basic outside of the TRX and the Hellcat. But you start off with one of the best mid-sized pickup trucks in the Colorado, the ZR2. And then I feel like it's obvious what's going to come with that. You getting the creme de la creme of Chevy in the ZR1X. So this right here is like you down to earth, but you also clearly got money on you, because the ZR1X ain't cheap. Colorado probably ain't cheap either, but that's decent. But for me, being the biggest fan of the C6 Corvette generation, if I was to see you and I saw you in it with this setup right here, I think this might be more turned than the ZR1X, especially if you got that blue on blue like that, with the blue devil, with the blue ZR2. I'm like, yeah, you living good. You living the life I want to live. So I think that's pretty solid right there. And we're gonna take one more look at that just for a GP. But next we're going into Toyota. Toyota, I think, is pretty easy. You starting with the Tacoma, the TRD one specifically, which is also, I think, a pretty good looking mid-size pickup truck. So you start with that, and then we're gonna bring in a 1500 horsepower Supra that you're taking straight to the drag strip. I feel like if I see that, I'm like, okay, they turn, they doing big things, they making big power. But then I seen that when after I decided, I was like, I know it might be better than this, and better might be a stretch. But you get rid of that Supra and replace it with a GR Corolla. Now I think this might be one of the best combinations off of practicality and off of affordability, and being the most reasonable combination, even without seeing this together, like towing it on a flatbed. Just having this duo of cars, like if this is what's in your garage, what else do you really need? You got the Corolla, and you got both of your cars are fun, both of your cars are cool, and you still in the Toyota family. I think this is one of the ones right here. I think I snap with this one, but we gonna keep it pushing. Next Toyota, just give me a basic Toyota Camry, right? So you got the Toyota Camry. You might be like, what the fuck? This is what's towing the other car, by the way. You got this, and then you got any fucking hyper expensive hypercar. So like a Bugatti, Tourbillon, whatever the fuck, a Devo, some expensive Ferrari, whatever. I feel like I respect this off the fact that whoever this is has buku bucks, obviously, but they still down to earth, and they still like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, this Camry still running, and is running good enough to pull my $2 million car. And and I'm gonna just keep it until the wheels fall off, because ain't no point in wasting money. So I'm gonna respect that just off the strength of that, because they got their priorities in order. So I think that'd be crazy. We're gonna keep pushing. Ferrari. I spelled it wrong because I didn't know how to spell it right, so I just went all the way. But we're gonna start with the pure sangue, obviously, in this color specifically, because what comes up is gonna have to match. That's gonna be, I already got a spoiler right there, but this is gonna be the KC23, the one-off Ferrari that they made for whoever the fuck rich motherfucker they made it for. But imagine this combination right here with the matching pure sangue and the matching KC23. But then you also gotta imagine like the most premium flatbed trailer that you can imagine, and it's just like you see this and you're like, this person is ultra rich. And I feel like if you got that whole combination with the nice flatbed and nice cars, then it's almost like the antagonist in one of those like Formula One movies. Like, this is them with all the money and all, they got all the shorties and everything like that. I feel like that'd be crazy. So I think that was a good one right there. Now we're gonna finish it off with random shit. So he's pretty easy. First, right here, you got a Jeep Gladiator with a couple dirt bikes in the back. I respect this because whoever this person is either going to or coming from a whole lot of fun out in the wilderness, out in the woods where they dirt biking. And not only are they dirt biking in the woods, but they gonna take their Jeep in the woods, because clearly their Jeep is capable of driving into the woods. And I just respect them off the fact that I know they having a good ass time. So that's that. Next one is similar. This is a terrible picture, but this is an El Camino. But like, imagine like a Harley like Sportster, or like an Indian, but like one of like the sportier type, one of those where it's like you finna go somewhere and you gonna hit some curvy roads. But similar to the Gladiator, like you going somewhere you about to have a good time, and you in a nice car. I gotta respect that. That one pretty simple too. Next right here, this like the man's man, you know, like the truck's truck. Like, this the truck of the trucks, like a truck that tow other trucks. Like, I gotta respect that off the fact that I'm like, you know, I'm like, again, this is a truck's truck. Like, this is the trucks of the trucks. So I think that's just always cool. Like, you need somebody to tow the ones that be towing other people. But we gonna keep pushing. Next, you got a F-250 King Ranch. So I feel like you probably already seen this in real life, what's coming up for this one. But you got the F-250 King Ranch, and it's towing a trailer with horses in it. Now this is a little different from the other ones, because they're not going anywhere to have fun, but they handling business. And they got a bunch of horses, live horses that they pulling down the highway. So like, that's just, this one that kind of just speaks for itself. Like, you looking at the horses, you know, you're always happy to see horses. But this person here clearly has money, because they got a $125,000+ truck, and they handling business with these horses. They taking them somewhere and working, putting in real work, and really living off the land, you know. So I gotta respect that. But that's it. That's all the combinations. If you got a better combination, or you like any combinations, got any comments or whatever, let me know. Shout out to my 20 something subscribers. And if you like the content, subscribe, whatever. Stay safe out here and be smooth. Appreciate it.